Hello students, welcome. Welcome to MGM. This is Alternative English. We are going to study a new chapter, Cures for the Common Cold by Harold S. Tiles. You see, here the author speaks us about the effect of common cold to human and how can we find an easy remedy for this. Okay, what he says is that common cold, though not a fatal disease, it is exhibited universally and it can victimize man, woman, children, irrespective of all. Okay, however, it affects for 3 or 4 days. After taking some medicines, it goes out. The country people hardly recognize it as a disease, while the city people take it very serious. Yeah, very serious. They feel it is very discomfort for them and uneasy throughout the day. So here the writer is telling us about adopting methodology to cure the common cold. It includes two types of, therapy he speaks about. One is traditional and another is modern. See, the traditional, it includes oil masses, application of herbs and subs, taking traditional roots and fruits. But in modern time, we the people are believing more on pharmaceutical drugs such as homeopathy, allopathy, Ayurvedic treatment, and some are also practicing yoga to subdue common cold. In this context, a writer in his essay Cure for the Common Cold is surely a monumental scientific study which deals with the problem of common cold and its eradication. This is the way. Okay? So, to focus on the main points, we have to note the following things. Now, I will be telling you line by line. Please follow it. Number one, common cold can affect anybody, irrespective of age, geography, and people. People have misconception regarding the disease. It is not a fatal disease, of course, but it is the commonest disease in the world today. It brings much tension to the people. It spends much money. That means, although it looks like a small disease, but we are often disturbed by it because there is no effective treatment for this cold. Well, in countryside people what happen? They adopt a traditional method of treatment for this. But modern people adopt the scientific way of treatment, such as using morphine, a derivative of opium, shows excellent result in preventing cold. And moreover, this is one codeine and paraverine also useful to save us from cold. 72% of people have been benefited by the application of codeine and papaverine mixture. An application of this mixture on 1500 students proved more effective. Yeah, very effective. And some other also of the opinion that the bed rest is the best treatment for the cold. Dr. Russell of New York and Dr. Fizz Hutter of Vienna proved that codeine is highly effective at the beginning of the infection of cold. And those who are habitual opimo users have rarely cold. Downing in his confession wrote, he was never attacked by cold till they used opium. The day he stopped using it, he had a terrible cough. So, an addict of opium is season controller, he says. On the other hand, the smoker no longer suffers from change in the season. He never catch cold. What he states. Well, some of the medications have been proved less effective. If codeine and pavaverines are used singularly, they will have less effect. The powdered opium and powdered epicock are of old use, but still they are effective. The quinine users to demand that they got complete relief from the cold by using quinine, right? So here the writer gives certain wise advice regarding the prevention of cold. He says complete bed rest is most effective. Yes, it helps the patient protect other from exposure, increasing general resistance and keeping the body warm. But rest will help the progress of cold and to reduce the frequency of complication. Hot baths are also prescribed to prevent the cold in cities. Well, it activates blood vessels and allows the blood flow through the veins easily. This is due to the hot bath. And he says it is also helping us for the reduction of nasal congestion and stiffness. Massages or physiotherapy with mustard plasters, medicated ointments is also effective. The patients should try to avoid moving in cold and in chilly weather. If these cold tips will be followed sincerely, then it can be said that a patient can be free from cold, or the cold will not be fatal for him or serious for him. That is what we must take care of. Now let us discuss some important questions of this lesson. Question number one: what is morphine and why was it discarded? And the reply to this is morphine is a derivative of opium which showed excellent result in the prevention of common cold, but it was discarded because of its danger or its side effect. Okay, and the next question is why are codeine and papaverine prepared to morphine? The answer is codeine and papaverine both gave evidence of value in the treatment of acute cold, as they had no danger, compared to morphine. Now the question is, how is codeine and papaverine mixture prepared? So the answer is like this. Codeine and papaverine mixtures consist of 1/4 grain of codeine and 1/4 grain of papaverine, and it's very effective for common cold. And next important question of this lesson is what was the result of administering codeine and papaverine mixture? So to reply this, when codeine and papaverine mixture was administered, it marked a decrease or disappearance of nasal congestions and discharges. And next important question, why does the writer say there is no measure that is uniformly effective for the prevention of common cold? Here the writer says there is no measure, yeah, that is uniformly effective for the prevention of the cold, because none of them is 100% safe and effective. What is the best advice to cure common cold? The answer is the best advice to cure common cold is going to bed. I mean to take bed rest until we recover. Next question. How does the hot bath help to cure common cold? Here the writer said that a hot bath is useful because it dilutes the blood vessels of the skin and increases blood flow through them. As a result, the nasal congestion and stiffness is reduced. Then the next question, what are the forms of physiotherapy used in the cure of the common cold? So the form of physiotherapy used in the cure of common cold are hot and cold compressions, mustard plasters, massages, and certain medicated ointments. If applied, then it will function very nice. And next is, what are the merits and demerits taking exercise during common cold? So here the exercise frequently used by the athletes to sweat out a cold has a good effect in the cure of the common cold, but the symptoms return when the body get chilled. Okay. And the last important question, why is bed rest prescribed for the care of the common cure of the common cold? See, here it is said that the bed rest protects others from exposure, secondly increases general resistance, thirdly keeps body warm, and then it diminishes the severity and limits the spread and reduces the frequency of the complication. So it's very useful. Okay students, here we have studied the main gist of the lesson, how to cure the common cold. Then we have discussed some important questions relating to this chapter. Okay, thank you for watching.